There's this massive ideological battle tearing through the American conservative movement right now. And it all just exploded into the open during a recent, really charged interview with Tucker Carlson. Today, we're going to break down this whole conflict. It's all about a potential war with Iran, and believe it or not, a fight over what America first even means anymore. Okay, let's get right into it. At the absolute center of this whole firestorm is this direct challenge from Carlson. He's basically throwing down the gauntlet, asking for a simple explanation. How does a war with Iran actually help the United States? And he's claiming that, so far, nobody's been able to give him a straight answer. All right, here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll look at the core case against the war. Then, how this whole thing is fracturing the America First movement. We'll get into the predicted geopolitical fallout, unpack the really serious accusations and rebuttals, and finally, look at the personal war of words that's just erupted.
Okay, first up, the case against war. We're going to dig into the fundamental reasons why Carlson and others are hitting the brakes on any kind of military action.
You know, Carlson's whole argument really boils down to one simple question: who benefits? He argues that for the United States, a war with Iran offers, well, no clear strategic upside at all. But for Israel's leadership, he suggests it could be a huge strategic win, something they've wanted for a long time.
So Carlson kind of runs down this checklist of classic questions leaders are supposed to ask before they ever commit to a war. And when it comes to Iran, he argues that from an American point of view, the answer to every single one of these questions is a loud, clear no.
And this right here, this is what really gets to him. For Carlson, the very idea of the United States just following another country's lead into a war is the ultimate betrayal of an America First foreign policy.
Now this whole debate, it's not just about foreign policy. It has ripped open this massive divide inside the conservative movement itself. Some people are even calling it the MAGA War. So you've got these two distinct factions forming. The first camp is really skeptical of foreign wars, saying, hey, let's focus on our problems here at home. The second camp sees unconditional support for allies like Israel as absolutely key to projecting American strength around the world. It's a really fundamental disagreement over what America First actually looks like in the real world. And get this, the split goes all the way to the top. In this pretty stunning public smackdown, former President Trump himself just dismissed Carlson's entire position. He's claiming Tucker doesn't even understand the MAGA movement anymore. This just shows you how personal and high stakes this internal fight has become. Carlson's response is simple, it's direct. He's basically saying, look, America First is not a complicated slogan. It means you put American interests first, period. So following another nation into a conflict is, by definition, America second. Okay, let's zoom out for a second and shift to the bigger picture here. The global consequences Carlson is warning about if a major war breaks out in the Middle East. To really understand the stakes, you just have to look at this one number, 20%. A full fifth of the entire world's energy supply has to pass through this one narrow little waterway. Carlson's point is that any disruption here would send absolutely catastrophic shockwaves through the global economy.
And he lays out this pretty stark chain of events, like a series of dominoes. The US attacks, which creates chaos. That chaos destabilizes the Strait of Hormuz. America's allies in the Gulf lose faith in us. And then, China, who's already the region's biggest trading partner, just steps right into that power vacuum.
And this brings us to the most volatile part of the entire debate: the accusation of anti-Semitism being used to shut down any kind of criticism. So, one of Carlson's fiercest critics, commentator Ben Shapiro, has made this charge directly. He's accusing Carlson of fostering anti-Semitism on his show. This has become the main line of attack against anyone who questions the pro-war side. But Carlson pushes back, and he pushes back hard. He says this isn't a good faith critique at all, but a calculated tactic. The goal, he claims, is to enforce loyalty to Israel, to personally endanger the person being accused, and at the end of the day, to just silence any and all dissent. All right, finally, let's look at how this huge ideological fight has turned into a series of very public, and I mean very personal, feuds between some of the biggest names in conservative media and politics. I mean, the rhetoric has just reached a boiling point. Just listen to this from Senator Ted Cruz. He's not just calling Carlson an opponent, he's calling him the single most dangerous demagogue in the entire country.
Carlson's rebuttal? He's pretty dismissive. He basically boils Cruz's whole attack down to one thing. He's just mad because I'm daring to criticize a key foreign policy alliance because I don't think it helps America anymore.
So what you're seeing here isn't just a simple policy debate.
I mean, the clashes with Trump, Shapiro, and Cruz, they show that what used to be disagreements are now turning into these bitter, personal rivalries. It signals a much deeper breakdown of unity.
Carlson's conclusion is, well, it's pretty bleak, and he doesn't mince words. He believes this isn't just some temporary split, it's a permanent fracture. He's basically declaring that the Republican Party, as we know it, is finished, all because it doesn't represent its own voters anymore.
And that leaves all of us with this final, really crucial question. The entire America First movement was built on a very simple promise. But if its most powerful leaders are now at war with each other over what those two words even mean, what does that say about the future of the movement, and maybe the future of American politics as a whole?